Alright guys, we are back with more Tormented Souls. If you're enjoying the walkthrough thus far, make sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe. And I want to continue with the trend of uploading these videos at 8 p.m. That way you get that feel, you know, it's dark outside, maybe where you at. It's pretty much laying down in the bed or about to be laying down, you know what I'm saying? It's the nightcap. And what a way to cap it off with a horror game, or Tormented Souls. But let's get back. We left off. Gotta put the electric current in this box like we did in the previous box. So let's hit the elevator and go down. Remember, we only can work the elevator from the second floor. So let's head to the first floor, and from that book we read, you have to put this item blocking the door so you can come back through. So let's do that. Set it right about there. Now let's head back up to the reception area and grab the bolt out of the electrical box. Switch it off first, and then we'll take it. Alright, let's head back over. And since I'm here, let me explain these doors to you, okay? Now these doors, they require a certain combination. Once we grab the key, it's called a combination key. So we have to put this combination inside this key in order to open these doors. And the notes on the side give you clues to figure out the combination. So as you see, the handle won't budge. There are symbols above the keyhole. And I'll touch a little more on that once we get the key, but there's overall I think about 4 doors that we can open with combinations. So we'll get to that later once we grab the key. But now let's move this out of the way. Head back upstairs. And put the bolt in here. Alright, let's head to the operating room and we'll meet a familiar face. Let's try to get this door. This fucking asshole. Alright, morphine ourselves. Let's read this newspaper while we're here. A newspaper article dated July 30th, 1967. Let me move first and foremost. Then we can read it. There's twins. Okay, here we go. Thank you for allowing us to interview you, Dr. Director Bertram Wildberger. We are very aware that this is a particular delicate time for you and the people of Winter Lake. Do you have any information about how the fire began? Experts are working hard to find an answer. Unfortunately, we are still waiting to discover the cause. What will happen now that the hospital is completely lost? As director of the hospital, as someone grateful for everything life has given me, I am currently working on accommodating the hospital's needs within my mansion. This, of course, will be temporary, at least until we manage to construct a new hospital building. I have also spoken to kind donators who will be providing equipment and furniture. How generous of you, Director. I am merely God's servant. I exist to do his will. Alright. So, let's head over here, shall we? And meet that familiar person. But first, you can hear this fucking noise when we enter this room. Listen. Some big ass footsteps. Let's let this second part to this shotgun. Now we're going to combine it, and we have our makeshift shotgun. But come over here, and we have the priest here, and look here. We have this guy in a hazmat suit carrying a fucking torch, and he's doing it for a reason. We'll let the priest break it down, but let's observe. A man in a radioactive suit is walking around a body in circles. Why is he doing it? Let's see.
Father, what's going on here? Why is that weird man walking around the operating table with that weird chandelier in his hands?
What are you talking about, child? I don't see anything.
You don't see the man on the other side of the glass?
My child, this place is giving you hallucinations. You must rest.
I don't know what's real or what is a product of my imagination, Father.
Let me tell you a story. Hundreds of years ago, this island was inhabited by a tribe. One night, the moon could not be seen in the night sky, and the world was plunged into darkness. The shaman of the tribe, those with special blood, danced around their dead, willing their bodies to rise and walk the earth once more.
That sounds terrifying.
Okay. Now he just gave us a piece of information about a tribe and the shaman of that tribe and what he would do around people, dead people around a tribe. He will walk around their bodies, pretty much dance around their bodies as they're dead. Similar to how this hazmat suit guy is doing. He's walking around his dead body. So, let's head in there. Let's head to the operating room. I'll deal with him when I come back. Okay. So he's coming here and there is no one here. No one. Nothing. Come over here and grab these bots and nails. We can examine these bodies too. Let's examine them. This body appears to have been operated on multiple times. It doesn't even look human anymore. Who is doing this? Okay. And there goes one of those switches that we've encountered in the last video. More shotgun shells. Let's read this. This is the blood of the chosen twins. And that is everything we need to do in this area. You can look at this body, which is badly burned. There will be another note here. Turn them on. Alright, report about the Two-Smith tribe. Two-Smith legends a bond of the magical blood that courses through the veins of twins, allowing them to communicate with each other by thought alone. Some even claim that brothers and sisters could appear next to each other in seconds across incredible distances. It is not surprising that the first explorers to arrive on the island called such gifted younglings, witch children. Unfortunately, they seldom survived 10 or 11 summers once chosen for sacrifice. However, the most striking tale is that one of the nights is that of the nights when no moon was in the sky. I need to use some water, hold on. Impromptu water drink. Alright, that's better. Unfortunately, they seldom survive 10 or 11 summers once chosen for sacrifice. However, the most striking tale is that of the nights when no moon was in the sky, the nights when the little twins would be sacrificed. The children would dance, torch in hand, around the tribes deceased, while the remaining tribesmen extinguished their torches. With this ritual, the dead would walk the earth again, at least for one night. Alright, now I've just talked about this. Now this is a certain ritual that these tribes, that the talisman tribes do for the chosen ones. So the children would dance, torch in hand, around the tribes deceased. So pretty much, aka walk around or circle around the dead body until the dead body rises and will walk the earth again. So that is giving our next clue of what we have to do. And you wouldn't figure that out like on your first playthrough. You'd just be like, you complete all this shit and like, what the fuck do I do? Alright. Now those are a new variation of the enemies that we have to take care of. The enemies' names are like Walkers, Waller, and it's another one. They all start with a W. But those enemies right there are the most fucking annoying. You'll figure out why very soon. But now we're in a disinfecting room. Only things to grab in a disinfecting room are the shotgun shells, the journal, and the first aid, I believe that was. No, it was a morphine. And a journal. So let's pick this up. And this is another entry in William's diary. September 17th, 1980. Maria is infected with a rare disease. My 2 girls are missing and my father has died. Upon my return from the business trip, I found the mansion surrounded by police. The officer in charge, without qualm, destroyed my entire world with his cold words. Afterward, they attacked me with annoying questions and did not let me see Maria until they were finished. She appears dead in life. Her skin, burnt by what seems to be radiation, is falling apart. Her psychognomy has changed quickly into something anomalous. Her eyes do not show their pupils, and the only sounds that come from her mouth are feral screams. She was tied to a hospital bed, hand and foot, after attacking 2 of the nurses. One was left with severe injuries. She does not recognize anyone, not even me. The most potent sedatives we administer do nothing to calm her. I know not what they did to her, but I will not stop until I find a cure and those responsible for this evil act are punished. Alright. So Maria has been affected by radiation. And if you remember from the last video, when we read that last diary entry, she saved the twins before they were sacrificed in a ritual. So, shotgun, don't play games. Because he does an attack where spikes come out of his body and it's fucking annoying. Try to get some distance from him. Alright. Use the shotgun sparingly because you're going to need it at the end of the game. But it does wonders when taking these fucking dipshits out. We have cleared this whole section. Let's head in here. It's another one of those enemies in here, but we have to cut the torch on. So let's go ahead and do that. And wait for him. So unlock that door. I reckon you kill him because you have to come back through this area. It's like this serves like a little shortcut, so get rid of him. Okay. Let's grab this morphine in here. It's another diary entry here, so let's pick it up. It's another entry from William. September 15th, 1975. Maria insisted on having a huge celebration for our little girl's 5th birthday. Even my stubborn father joined us. It appears the girls have changed him in a good way. Everything would have been perfect if it were not for Noah, Maria's father. His cold stare makes the girls uncomfortable, and the crude way he treats Maria makes me uncomfortable. If the old man thinks he can keep abusing my wife as he did when she was a child, or dares believe he can do the same thing with his granddaughters, he is mistaken. I will protect my wife and daughters from anyone who would seek to do harm to them. Alright. So Maria's father is a complete fucking nut job. Alright. Now we have unlocked this door to the main hall, but we're not finished in this area yet. We still have a goal to do. So let's head back this way. Loop ourselves all the way around, back to where we were. Now we're gonna head back into the operating room. And we're gonna fight that monster that's on the gurney. So, you wanna copy the steps of the ritual. Doing your first playthrough, man, you just be like, what the fuck do I do? Like, I've done this. I've done everything I needed to do. Like, you'd be lost. Like, my first time, I was lost and shit. I didn't know what the fuck to do. I'm like, I don't know what note I picked up or nothing. So, what you do, you turn this switch off, like we've been doing previously. And you come down to the body here. And you do as the tribe do. You run around the body. You dance pretty much, but we're running. You dance around the body until you wake the dead up. But as you can see, nothing's happening. Nothing is happening. So you'll be like, what the fuck? I'm doing it, right? But remember how the guy in the hazmat suit was doing it. You have to do it counterclockwise in order for it to work. So let's do it. And you can hear his body starting to stir. These enemies are called walkers. So get about 3 shots on him. Maintain your distance when facing them. Don't get greedy against these enemies. You see that fucking swing there? That swing is nothing to play with. Boy, oh boy. I always hate that last shot after you finish the walker, man. It's like a waste of fucking ammo. Alright, walker is down. And we have a scalpel. Now this will help us unlock that hatch I showed you guys in the last video. So I'm gonna cut this switch back on just because I want to. You don't have to, but I personally do it. And let's go talk back to the priest. Take an extra morphine.
That's an interesting knife you found. Do you know what it was used for?
I don't know, Father. What really matters is that I couldn't find the girls. I'm afraid I've lost their trace.
Not entirely. If my sight doesn't fail me, that knife belonged to the founders of this hospital.
Their use inside the operating room was forbidden long ago, but I've heard that they are still used for autopsies. In the morgue, you might find a clue that could lead you to the girls.
I don't really want to go to the morgue right now, but if there's a slight chance of finding anything in there, I'll go.
I have heard rumors of dark experiments carried out in the morgue. Be careful.
Thank you, Father.
Alright, next place we gotta go down to is the morgue. So, let's go on ahead and head to the morgue. Now we're gonna head to this hatch and use the scalpel on this hatch. We're gonna have to deal with an enemy down here, so prepare yourselves. I'm gonna shotgun him too, because I feel like dealing with his shit. So since you use auto lock to your advantage here, he's gonna spit like a fucking complete asshole. Goodbye. Fuck out. Of course he's gonna be cheap with his punk ass. Anyway, let's grab these shotgun rounds. Someone was living here. Let's go down here and light the rest of these torches down here. Grab this first aid kit. There's nothing else down here, so let's make our way around. And you can go over here, but there's nothing here. It'll be another enemy up here, so let's try to get this torch lit up. Fucking asshole. Yep, there's the attack right there. Now he had to showcase his abilities to y'all, but now he's gonna die. Fucking piece of shit. He got to show y'all his abilities, and he wanted to showcase. And now he got some fame. Now he's done for. You come up here. Don't go through the door just yet, because you come around here, it'll be a diary back here. So let's read it. January 2nd, 1970. Maria has lost another child. This is the third. I do not know how I find the strength not to falter, but I must be strong for both of us. Maria's condition worsens by the day. Her body may be damaged, but it is her mind that worries me most. She says not a word, and her eyes have stopped reacting when exposed to light. She no longer recognizes me and startles when I try to draw close. Oftentimes, she is so disoriented that she screams and breaks everything in her path. I can stop her only with an injection. I know that Maria, my Maria, is somewhere inside that damaged body. January 4th, 1970. She worsens. Today, I witnessed an awful sight as I entered her room. She stood in a pool of blood, lashing her own back with a whip. I grabbed her by the wrist, but she fought back while screaming at the top of her lungs. I called in a paramedic to help me sedate her and put stitches across her entire back. How could she do this to herself? What goes on inside her head? At least tonight, she will sleep soundly. January 5th, 1971. By God, what have I done? Maria, will you ever forgive me? Alright, so Maria's condition is worsening because of the radiation. Whatever she got exposed to down there, wherever she's rescued the girls doing the ritual, her condition is worsening by the months. All these damn bodies down. Look at this. Just look at it. It's insane. Come right here, and if you look to your right of the screen, you see some ammo. Let's grab that. Nothing else down here. A severed hand is in the toilet bowl. I think this is a little nod to Silent Hill. To be honest, because both Silent Hill 2 and 3, how James in Silent Hill 2 just stitched his hand in the toilet with no remorse. Okay, and Heather says, hell no, she's not sticking her hand in there. And they just thought a way to pay homage is to put a hand in the toilet, so I thought that's pretty clever. And let's pick up this, let's look at this thing we just picked up. Alright, small metal dial, there are symbols around the edge. Alright, got a lot of symbols. Okay, let's go continue down our road. Did that get y'all? A body was hitting inside. I ain't gonna lie, it got me the first time I played it. I ain't gonna lie. We gotta keep it a buck. Alright. Like this, because we gotta deal with 2 enemies. So, let's go ahead and get these assholes out of the way. Y'all know. There's one of the cheapest attacks in the whole entire game. That spit attack. And their aim is fucking immaculate. Drop this loser. Attack him. Let's go deal with the other one. I'm not even gonna open that just yet. I'm gonna get rid of him ASAP. Get lucky, I almost used my shotgun to get rid of it. Wow, man, really? Okay. I'm going to heal up because there'll be more morphine around. I don't like to play around with these enemies because they're fucking annoying. Okay. A medical report. Winter Lake Hospital. June 6, 1916. Dr. Rick Pelletier. Of her 2 twin babies, Miriam Morissette, in the process of delivering, gives birth to her first baby, Noah, which is Maria's grandfather. Well, which is Maria's father. But unfortunately, the other twin, Methuselah, passed away as soon as the umbilical cord was cut. At the moment, the cause of his untimely death are unknown. We hope the autopsy will give us some answers. So, Noah's brother died during childbirth. So Noah was supposed to be a twin as well. Alright, grab this nail gun rounds. And you can't go down here further because the water is electrified. So, we gotta go back to the generator room from the beginning and cut the power off. So let's head this way. Lock this door. Unlocks our way to the bottom area. Now we'll head back to the generator. Now I don't mind the backtracking, it's fine. Because we're gonna get a shortcut soon, so soon we cut this power off and go past that point, we'll get a shortcut. There was a diary I forgot to show you guys back in the sewing room, and I will do that once I'm at the end of this video. This will roughly take us about 2 or 3 minutes to finish. Not too long. And I love the absence of music before you reach the main hall. I love that. You just revel in that silence as the power is down. That's what I love that. I love that. It's pretty dope. Alright. Now we can go through the puddle. We're gonna go over here and cut this switch off. Let's do that. This should turn off the dangerous electricity. Okay. Before I go into the morgue, I'm going to go this way and open this gate back here and grab this newspaper because it is another collectible. So let's grab it. Newspaper article dated November 11th, 1982. Let's read it. A patient with the initials HBP has disappeared. He was at the hospital recovering from a self-inflicted gunshot on his stomach to avoid jail time. The event happened just after a fifth body was discovered on his property. The police are continuing to search for the fugitive in the immediate area around the hospital. This is the third case where a rape and murder suspect has managed to escape the facilities. Until now, the police have been unable to locate any suspects who escaped on previous occasions. Man, whoever's around this shit going on in the mansion and shit like that, there are some grimy MFers, man. Alright, let's head back to the morgue. And they'll cut the power back on. Right, let's cut this, unlock this shortcut here. This leads us to the meeting room upstairs. Let's head back to the generator. Cut that on. So it didn't take us that long to cut this power back on. You know what I'm saying? It didn't take us too long. And this is our shortcut. Let's grab these bots and nails here. Alright, head down this way. You want to hear something creepy? Look, listen to this. Look, listen. Blood is seeping out of the door. I'm not going to open it. And just for her, I'm not opening it. Watch what happens. All these fucking doors just start opening. Oh, that's hilarious. I love it. We gotta deal with another enemy, so let's hit these candles. Use this gurney right here to put distance between you and me. this one on. The words have worn away. I can't read them. Alright, with this skeleton, I would assume any button worked, but I always press the button on top of the head. And it just breaks down. Opens a secret passageway. Alright. Go over here. Another diary entry from William. Let's read it. November 9th, 1981. I have located my father's secret laboratories. They were hidden behind a secret passage in the morgue. July 20th, 1982. The experiments are working. I was able to replicate Maria's condition by injecting her blood into a dying man from the hospital. I declared him dead on a medical report. No one will note his passing. He has begun to show the first symptoms. If everything goes as planned, I will be able to administer the first antidote before long. I ventured into the forest searching for something, anything, that could lead me to my little girls, but as usual, I found nothing. At dawn, I returned to the mansion and stood paralyzed in front of the door that was once theirs. I cannot find the strength inside of me to open it. I genuinely believe that if I open that door and do not see them inside, sleeping soundly, I will not be able to keep on living. June 1st, 1987. Test number 25 showed promising results, but only for a moment. After 5 minutes, the subject dissolved into a pool of blood. Nevertheless, I am not discouraged after 5 years of experimentation. I consider this progress. Alright, there's that. Come around here, grab this morphine. You can examine his body, but I'm not going to examine it. And we're going to come down here to this secret passageway. And there will be a candle we can light. But there will be an enemy on the right side where it's covered with completely darkness. So we had to lure him out here and get rid of him. Use your shotgun because, you know, you don't want to waste your ammo here. And watch out for cheap attacks like that, because he always seems to do that. So let's be patient and wait for him. That's what you get for behind to be an asshole. That's done out the way. Let's examine this prison. Somebody died behind these bars a long time ago. God, was it a child? Look at that. They let this kid rot in his cell, bro. Who would be sick enough to do some shit like that, man? You gotta be off your fucking rocker to do some shit like that. Let's go in here, grab this VHS tape. That VHS videotape experiment room is written on the label. Alright. So we're gonna work on that in the next video. But in the meantime, I'm going to go up and save it and go to the sewing room and show you guys the diary that we left. So let's head upstairs. Let's head through here. And we're gonna go to the sewing room, so go this way. Make this left. Go in here. And remember I told you guys about everything that was in this room. The stethoscope, the 7-inch tape, and the nail gun rounds on the opposite side over there on the shelf. Come to this fireplace over here and there will be a diary. So let's read it. April 21st, 1967. William returns from his week-long trip today. I can see his car from my window, slowly drawing closer. I was unable to go with him for I was not feeling well. What am I supposed to do now? What should I tell him? Probably nothing. One look will be enough. It won't be necessary for me to say anything at all. Hiding my face or staying silent will only postpone the inevitable. Before I have the chance to sweeten my words, they will stab him with the ugly truth. He will look at me and know. You lost the baby, didn't you, Mary? Well, didn't you, Maria? I'm thinking of Silent Hill and shit. Alright, so Maria has lost the baby. And that'll do it, man, for this video. Next video, we're going to work on the metal dial and the VHS tape. And that'll lead us to our next progression, pretty much. So, if you guys made it this far, I appreciate you. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe down below. And I'm the Black Enigma, man, and I will see you guys in the next Tormented Souls video. I'm out.